Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Show and Tell, hosted by me and Pedro.
This is the Adafruit Show and Tell. This is the best way to show off your awesome DIY project, whether it be 3D printing or electronics, PCBs, your workspace. Everything is game. Go ahead and jump over to discord.gg/Adafruit. We want to show off your awesome project. We're going to start off with some digi-key folks. I'm going to jump over to the Adafruit folks and then close it out with some peeps in the community. Take about 2 minutes. Reminder, there is no Ask an Engineer tonight. That'll be next week. And there was no 3D Hangouts either. And that's why we're doing this. But real quick, wanted to show what we're prototyping because we didn't have one. And it seems to be a light crowd today. So real quick, this is what I'm prototyping. It is the super cute little Lola bot from Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is, I guess, like the companion drone. It sounds like they make the toys and then like write a whole script for whatever the season's going to be. So it's an Itsy Bitsy RP2040 inside here. You got like all the cool ports in there. And then, of course, you have like the magnets on the side there. So you can have like some shoulder mounted little Lola bot. So that's what I'm working on. It'll be released next week, of course, with all the CAD files and all that cool stuff. You got a little owl that will be like a remote control.
Yeah, I'll quickly share. I needed a TV remote, so Lamar had the idea of making the TV remote into the shape of an owl. So we have the IR LEDs as the eye. We have a receiver right here too, so we can sniff the stuff from the remote that we're trying to clone, and then an arcade button for whatever we want to do. Whether you want to turn it up, turn off the TV, turn it on. Do some volume. You can kind of pick whatever thing you want to do.
Yeah, because the freaking kids always lose the remote. So always digging in the couch.
We just lost the
nice
remote,
little problem solver right there. So okay, that's our little show and tell. Let's go ahead and jump into digi-key Jay.
Okay, here we go. Jay, what's up?
Hey Jay.
What's up?
Dude, I love that robot. Look at that cool antenna.
It's having a ball right now. Give me a second. Sorry, it still has the picture recognition problems or working early problems, but I attached a sound system to it now. So when it sees a face, it'll actually play a note, but it's keep looking into the corner here where I have like my face and other stuff over there. So it kept playing on and off, and it was just getting to me for a second. I got to change the voice lines for them. But this is my first 02. This is going to be my new travel robot. So when I go to events and stuff, I can bring this guy with me and walk around and get more interactions and stuff, since it actually interacts a lot better than the original. It's actually a lot more hyper, too. I don't know what I did on that one, but yeah.
Sweet. So cool. And this is going to be released soon on the digi-key's site?
We're hoping to get stuff done for it soon, but we're still saying. We'll see.
Okay. Awesome. I'll be waiting. Oh, looks so cool. And any other stuff?
No, that's just it.
Okay, cool. No, that's a great update. No, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks for stopping by, Jay.
No problem.
All right. Thanks. All right, Jay. We'll check in with you next time. Bye.
All right, go ahead and check out what John's doing. John Park.
Hey, guys. So I am setting up some stuff here on screen. If you want to switch over, I'll show. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of a black hole just because I kind of wanted to look straight at you guys. So I share my whole screen, including that there. So actually, Liz and I worked together on a guide where we did a couple of variations on cassette player hacks. And the one that I did uses MIDI through a little cutie pie here and a DAC board. This is our quad DAC board, which then is sending out voltage to the wiper of the speed controller of this little GE General Electric Walkman. It's a really popular one for hacking because it actually does have a little minimal speed controller on there. It was meant for like dictation, so you could slow down or speed up your dictation when you're playing it back, presumably. But it's a really good one to hack, both with just straight up potentiometers to doing control voltage, or in this case, MIDI to control voltage. And so I just wanted to show a demo that maybe is clear because it's all on one screen. I'm not using my MIDI keyboard or an outboard sequencer in this case. I'm just using a piece of software here. So I've got VCV Rack, which is this sort of virtual modular, and I have on it a little virtual keyboard. And you can see over on the left, there's a scope there showing the voltage that those key notes are sending out. So the funny thing about this is that we're using sort of virtual voltage, and then I'm converting that through a module that turns it into MIDI. And then that MIDI, as you can see the output there, my choice is QT Py RP2040 circuit Python USB MIDI port 0, which is what's running down there on the tape deck. So every time I hit one of these notes, it sends a different MIDI note to the QT Py, which then converts that back to voltage. So really, we're working in voltage the whole time. Just have a little trip in the middle. So what I've got on here is a tape that I made a little continuous tone on. Actually, half of it is a continuous tone. The other half of the tape is a little tritone, sort of slightly detuned sine wave tritone. So when I play this back, you'll hear it playing at a particular pitch, but then as I tell it different notes, it's going to change that. So here's a little demo of that. So you can hear it's not quite semitones. It's smaller than that. I didn't tune it to exact semitones because we only have a pretty limited range we can work with, given how this is set up with the speed controller. But it's a lot of fun because you can do not just playing notes like that, but send it sequences, right? So I could set up. I won't do it all in here right now, but if I pick one of the many sequencers that we have to work with, here's a nice 16-step sequencer. Now I can send that output to it, program little sequences, or do neat things like a Turing machine, which gives you randomized voltages that are repeatable with a little sort of shift register. So we can send it unquantized or quantized stuff. You can make arpeggiation, generative things. So kind of any way you want to feed it MIDI, doesn't just have to be a keyboard. We can now get this player doing some neat stuff. Now, someone pointed out before, this is actually a quad DAC. So you could set up 4 of these little tape players, 4 Walkmen next to each other, and send the output from the 4 different DAC channels to that. And now you've got polyphony. You can play chords of the tape, which is pretty cool. So kind of a next level hack that people can do if they're interested. So that guide is out. And if you want, these are usually about $10 to $20 on eBay. Get one that's working. Otherwise, you'll have to change out a belt, which isn't too hard. And those are pretty cheap. But it's a really great little hackable cassette player that I've had a lot of fun hacking.
This is an excellent jumping off point for doing the quad. Like
I'm imagining a cluster of tape decks, just to fill a room with these things.
Like all the people do, like the pie clusters.
Yeah, like that's what you just
Right, Beowulf cluster of tapes. So you could get like a 19-inch rack and just put a bazillion tapes in it. Like
Cool. What was the software you're using again?
So I'm using VCV Rack, which I think stands for Virtual Control Voltage. So control voltage is what I was talking about before. VCV Rack is great because it's free and open source. There is a paid version that has some features people who want to use it, I think, as a VST inside of their other DAW will pay for that. I don't think I've paid for it. I think I've paid for some modules, but most of the modules I use are free. And a lot of them are actually digital recreations of real world modules. So Mutable Instruments is a great example of that. If you look at all of these ones with the magenta knobs, those are real world modules that are super popular, such as this oscillator here. This is a recreation of it. It happens to be a digital module in the real world, so it's actually a fairly straightforward process, I believe, to port it into here. But it allows you to learn about making modular synthesis without paying the money associated with real world modular synthesis, which is kind of where all your spare money goes if you get into that as a hobby. I can attest.
Yeah.
But the way this thing is working, it really doesn't matter because you use GarageBand. I think that'll output MIDI if I'm not mistaken. Certainly any iOS apps. So there's a bunch of really cool iOS apps like Fugue Machine, which builds these really cool sort of polyrhythmic chord patterns. So you could send out chords if you were using the DAC method, or single notes if you're using just the single DAC and the single tape player. But any way that you can generate MIDI, plug it into this, and off you go. So it's kind of neat, given how many cool software MIDI things there are and hardware MIDI things there are to be able to go into this. And then the last thing that I would love to do at some point that I didn't on this is add a hardware MIDI input, so you could use classic MIDI over like TRS or DIN5, and then you would just power that. But it would be pretty simple, like about one line of code, I think, to say, oh, and let's also listen on a UART for real MIDI, classic MIDI to come in. So.
Cool.
Awesome. Super
And
cool.
the Learn Guide is public now, so folks
It's
can check
live,
it out.
and there's actually two different sections in there. You can check out the two different versions of this sort of thing that Liz and I both made. So go and go get your cassette on.
Cool.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
gonna check out the software. I definitely want to check it out.
I know. I thought it was like Reason or something. At first.
Yeah, you got the vibes from Reason too. All right.
Totally. Yeah, I think they had Reason Blocks is a similar modular thing. That's
Okay.
a more recent one. There's SoftTube and a few other paid ones out there. Cherry Audio has a cool modular, but this one is super popular because it's free and it works just kind of how you would expect it to. So you can go and look at any sort of lessons online courses on learning modular and use this as the way to do it. So
Very cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
Awesome.
right.
Thanks
for
so
the
much, John.
update. We're gonna check in with Liz next, so we'll see part 2 of
Ooh, excellent.
the tape
Very
deck
cool.
madness.
Earth rocks.
All right.
Great. Thanks.
All
guys.
right. Yep.
Oh, I forgot I had this thing on.
Oh, you get there? Okay. You
All right, let's check in with Liz.
Okay. Hey.
Hey, how's it going? Just gonna
Good.
switch
How are
my
you?
camera. So I did kind of the more chaotic tape hack where I basically desoldered the actual motor wires that are on here and connected them up to an L9110 motor driver. And then I'm using CircuitPython just use the Adafruit motor library to control the speed and direction of the cassette motor. So I can use it with a tape loop, and it will just continuously play either forwards or backwards. And I'm controlling that with this pot. So when I'm all the way over here, I'm going full speed forward, and then it'll taper off. And then when I go all the way over here, it's full speed in reverse. And then I've got this button here. When I hold it down, it'll kind of do this rev up like warble thing. Because I think probably the coolest sound tape does is when you get that kind of like speed up thing. And you're hearing it a bit with John's hack when he'd play a note, you get kind of the ramp up to it. So that was my version. And what was cool is I was able to solder on the outside of the two battery terminals because it just takes 3.3 volts because it's two AA batteries. So the Cutie Pie is powering the entire thing. So it's just this little kind of compact thing. And I went for the Fisher-Price Play School vibe with the colors and the design because I did have, it was either Fisher-Price or Play School, like a primary colored cassette deck when I was little. So I was trying to emulate that. So yeah, Guide is live now.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, I like the choice of colors, even in the wires.
Mhm.
They're very excellent.
And I like the knob too.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
support-free printing knob. You want to call
Yes,
it.
yeah, prints flat this way, but you still get the
Yeah.
fun.
Very
ability.
cool.
You can crank it up. Awesome. Sweet. You also have a did a video on creating your loops too, which folks should check out.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
your channel.
it's
So,
surprisingly easy to make your own tape loops.
yeah, that's awesome.
I had no idea this existed.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
That's so cool. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
awesome.
awesome
Thanks, Liz.
stuff. Thanks for sharing it with us. And we'll check in next time. All right. Bye.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the community. We'll start it off with Mark.
Did we want to end it with Mark? Or
Oh, I guess John. Yeah.
yeah. Mark is special for that. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Welcome to the show.
Okay, I'm unmuted now. Hey guys.
Perfect. Hey, what's going on?
So I just wanted to show off an idea that my dad had this week, and I helped him turn it into a project. So at his work, he's been spending a lot of time finding where plugs are in relation to like their circuits in a house, right? It was driving him crazy, and we came up with this random idea to use some little Wi-Fi node MCUs, right? So basically the idea is, right, you plug one into the socket, you want to find out, you come over to your switch panel with your other one that's working,
Okay.
and then if you turn it off, it'll show you that it's disconnected, right? So they're just talking to each other over Wi-Fi. So I got this one hooked up in the other room, and then this is the one that's with me on my laptop. So I come over here, and I flip this off. For a second,
Bam,
the
there you go.
light turns off, and
Yep.
you found the socket that goes with that circuit. So
Nice.
anyway, it's just a simple project. My dad's supposed to be trying it out sometime this week, so I'll let everybody know.
Yeah,
Oh,
let us know how it goes. Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
I think
Good
we need
concept.
one of those.
Yeah.
Like the electricians came by and labeled nothing. It's like, thanks
Yeah.
guys. What the heck? So we're
That's
sitting
super
there,
helpful.
is it on or off? As we're yelling from upstairs. Oh man,
No,
this
that's
would be
great.
so great.
Cool.
Thanks
Yeah.
so much, John.
So,
Yeah,
fun
let us know
idea.
how it works.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
See ya.
Take it easy. Bye.
Need like 2 of those.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's end it off with Mark.
All right, Mark,
Hey,
welcome to the show.
I
Hey.
totally need one of those because my electrical box is completely unlabeled.
Oh, there's space there. Why didn't they?
Yeah, they have
filled
the label
out.
space. And
Jeez.
Yeah. So it was last week. I picked up some of these small circular displays that I've seen some people using, and like any good delivery, it showed up just when I got kicked out of my house for home repairs for a week. So today I finally had a chance to play with them. And I realized initially they were going to be for the heads-up display I'd been working on, but like any good maker, I got distracted and decided to do something else. So I hooked up accelerometer and to the display, and then started making something where the little ball will jump around.
Guy.
And this has an idea for a bigger project. So today was just sort of the proof of concept that it would actually work.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I've got so many project ideas. Just
Right?
looking at this one simple circle instead of another circle.
Yeah,
This is awesome.
there's still some math to do because it's doing stuff like getting stuck on the wall at weird angles. But
It's behaving though how you would expect though.
yeah, for the most part, it looks.
It looks like it's in
It looks
liquid.
Yeah. Like there's some displacement. Yeah,
yeah, it's like some liquid inside of it or something.
right. So some thick
I
stuff.
I like it.
So
yeah, it's been
are
a
you
lot of
thinking
fun.
like a game? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm thinking somebody designed some 3D glasses that I've seen online, and then I think this might work well on there.
That would be so cool.
All right.
Oh man, please post a link to
Yeah,
these.
these are great.
Yeah, no, for sure I will. It's just a start, and I'll see where it goes from here. And I love these little circular displays. So they're.
Yeah.
I've always
I've
wanted
been seeing them
something
around
like that.
too. I want one so bad now. Oh, it looks so cool. Like
This is great.
just the shape of it. Like I don't know, you can do so much
Yeah.
with it.
Okay.
I have to think Toddbot had some good examples that I copied, and also
Yes, that was where I saw it.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Kurt. Yeah,
this
talk
for this code Paint Your Dragon also had it running on a Halloween M4, but with a square screen. So the circle actually makes it easier for the math, thankfully, because I'm not very good at it.
No, I could not
That's
do
great,
this.
yeah.
So,
This is
Awesome. Yeah,
fantastic.
please come
Yeah.
by, share
Great progress.
the
though.
link,
It's a
share the
very
progress.
fun
Yeah.
demo.
thanks.
So
Yeah.
cool. Oh, I'm inspired now. This is why we do this.
Yeah.
So cool. Thanks so much, Mark.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be back when I've got more with it.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks
All
so
right.
much.
Thanks a
All
lot.
right. And I think that's gonna be it.
Okay, well, tune in to show next week, which will be hosted by Lamar and Phil,
Yes.
and the return of Ask Engineer.
And we'll be back to I'll be showing off all the stuff. And yeah, remember to follow us on all the socials and check out the Discord at discord.gg/Adafruit for any more updates.
Yeah, there's still some shows going on throughout the week, though.
Yes.
I think JP have a show tomorrow.
Mhm.
He's gonna nod his head. Yes. Yes, he gives a thumbs up. And then potentially Foamy Guy for a Friday stream. We'll see.
And I think they're doing some recordings for INMPI and geez, I forgot the other one. There'll be more stuff, so just tune into the socials. More videos will go
a
up.
great search. I
There you
believe.
go. That's what it was.
All right, folks. Well, that has been very fun. Thank you, everybody, all the participants, for showing us your stuff and inspiring everybody. We will check you guys out next time. Until then, remember to
Make a great day. Great night.
Yeah, there you go.
See you next week.
Bye, folks.